What's good, YouTube, man? I need y'all to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. Let's go.
True.
This part 2 right here, man. I got part 1 on my channel.
Now, Dame is threatening to sue the Breakfast Club for defamation. You heard about this?
Allegedly, yeah. Allegedly.
I don't know if he's really going to sue.
Allegedly.
No, he ain't gonna sue.
I mean, I haven't seen a lawsuit as of yet, so...
Well, it wouldn't be against you. It'd be...
It's all about clout, bro. He's trying to get in the algorithm. That's all he's trying to do. Comment down below if you agree with me. He's trying to get in the algorithm, bro. He's not suing nobody.
Against the radio station, right?
Yeah, but this is the thing. You got to prove defamation.
Right.
And how was he defamed?
Mm-hmm.
Revolt came out and said...
Oh, yeah.
That. People from BET sources said that. Like, both of them said it wasn't true. So if the actual company is saying it was... Like, I'm so confused with that.
He's been doing this. Remember years ago, he announced he's buying Karma.
No.
Yes. Look it up. It's him and Kanye, like, hanging out. And he's like, yeah, you know, I just going to say, I'm buying Karma. You know, we function on a different level here. They never bought Karma. I know the company that bought Karma. Because me and the president of the company were friends at the time. But yeah, he never bought Karma. But he announces things as if they're a fact. And then he threatens to sue for defamation when it's proven that it was a lie. He's probably going to sue me over this.
I'm sure.
He go Vlad being messy, man. Messy man.
I have no idea. The thing is that how do you even sue at the point where you have no money, where you're minus 25 million in the hole?
Damn, he paid for that.
No lawyer's going to take that on contingency. What lawyer is going to sue the Breakfast Club on contingency? None.
You know what? When you see these things, you just got to shake it off and laugh.
Well, but here's the thing, though, right? People want to count out Dame Dash, but he made a genius move because he's down 25 million, right? Well, he just sued Cameron for 300 million.
Right.
Ooh.
So that's 275 million
up. Right.
After he gets that 300 million from Cameron. Boom.
That's tough right there. I ain't know that.
Chestnut checkers.
Chestnut checker. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I laughed so much watching Dame Dash in his videos. I watched when his teeth fell out. I watched when he made these accusations.
Damn.
It is what it is. I mean, like, it's really sad. The reason I say it's really sad because I actually see the work that Dame put in for Roc-A-Fella.
Yeah, it is. It is, bro. Bro. He used to be an asshole. That's the character. I don't know that's really who he was, bro, but I grew up in the Roc-A-Fella era. The backstage and all that. You know what I'm saying? And the work he was putting in was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just like, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
In Armadale, in State Property, in the movies. Like, I act paid in full. Like, I actually seen the work. So
even Pro Kids. People was not wearing Pro Kids until he, like, brung it back out.
Go out like this is it's just pitiful.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though, right?
Is it karma? All this is karma for him being an asshole when he had real money? Comment down below. You know what I'm saying?
Is it really the work that Dame put in, or was the fact that he was partnered with JayZ?
No, he put in work.
Take away the work that he did.
Yes,
I
mean,
you can't take what
happened when JayZ wasn't in the picture anymore?
It was 3 of them. Like, it was perfect time, perfect magic, right? It was the perfect time, right?
Yes.
He had another deal with Priority. It didn't work. They worked the deal. They got to Def Jam and took off. It was all 3 of them that made Roc-A-Fella work. Now,
he ain't lying, bro. Shout out to bro. Listen, he not being one way, bro. He's speaking the truth right now. Shout out to bro, real talk.
Now, if it was just Jay,
he hold it down right now.
At that time, I don't know.
I think so.
You think so? I don't know, but because everybody played their part. It's like saying the Breakfast Club, right? If it was just Charlemagne, would it work? If it was just me, would it work the same? If it was just Angelina, would it work the same?
Perfect example.
Put us all 3 together, and we all work together to get to that level. I don't know.
Perfect example, bro. Real talk. This is a real interview, bro. Shout out to DJ Envy for this, bro.
You know, I don't know what God would have had in store for us. I'm not saying that we all wouldn't have been successful, but maybe not like that.
But
yes.
You could usually see the real talent when the partnerships break apart.
Yes, but no.
Correct.
And where the people
continue
to go.
Yeah, true.
Jay continued to elevate. Dame maintained for a little while and then went off the cliff. Biggs had a little bit of a hiccup over the whole arrest. I interviewed him about this, but ultimately, last time I checked with Biggs, he's always been financially good, and he's got businesses with Jay and so forth. So the thing is like, did Dame really put in the work, or did people tolerate him to work with Jay?
Both, bro. I done been in situations like that. Like, I like your workers, but the boss is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I done been in situations like that.
You see what I'm saying?
That could be true too.
Do they just tolerate it? Because at the end of the day, who likes being yelled at?
Nobody.
Yeah.
In
Nobody.
a business environment or a personal environment, who likes getting yelled at? But when the person getting yelled at says, well, if I punch this dude in the face or if I just quit, then I can't be in business with Jay anymore. So I have to tolerate this.
I'm not, and I don't want to defend Dame because whatever, but I will say this: back in the day, maybe Dame was the businessman that got things done. Maybe he was the one that got the points, the contract, the money during that time. You know, maybe he was the business side of things.
He was the business side. On the outside looking in, it seemed like he was handling the business. JayZ was the talent, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Biggs was like the quiet man. You know? It was like Birdman and you never knew about Slim. You only knew about Birdman, just like with Biggs. You never knew who Biggs really was. You saw him, but you know what I'm saying? That's how it was.
You know, maybe Biggs was the money and Jay was the talent. I don't know because I'm way younger than them. Or
Yes.
same thing with the movie Paid in Full. Was that Dame's idea? Was that Dame's creation? Because that was a classic movie. That was all Dame, they said. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I think it's karma, bro. I think it's karma. When you at your max, bro, you don't pose a shit on people. That's what I learned, bro. Cause God seek high and seek low. You know what I'm saying? It's you today, it's them today, it might be you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You have to treat people the right way no matter how much money you got and how much power you got. I tell my kids that.
You know, Dame was, they said, the one that put Kevin Hart into a film. He was the one that allegedly pulled in, you know, Kanye when nobody else wanted Ye. So certain things that you say you can't take away from him.
Yes.
What we see now is pitiful, but what he did in his contributions to hip hop, can't take that away from him as much as he
I
likes to
agree
yell,
with that.
scream, and lose his teeth.
I agree with that.
I mean, but I mean, Kanye was there because he wanted to be next to Jay. He wanted to produce for Jay and he wanted to rap with Jay and so forth. So
I agree with him. But Dame really pushed Game. He pushed him.
okay, so Dame found a guy that was in the vicinity that made sense. Look, he brought Cameron in, but Cameron was nice. A lot of times I just feel like Jay is the glue that held all this together. And once Jay exited out, you know, then of course he had the Rachel Roy thing. And that's cool. And I think the thing with Dave that he doesn't realize that he thinks it's always been him when the reality, he's just been good at attaching himself to talented people. And that's what you have to realize. You have to humble yourself. You can't be the star when you're trying to attach yourself to the superstar.
I will say one thing, and this is one thing that I don't think nobody talks about it much. How did Jay stay so long?
That's a good question right there. Comment down below. My opinion, I think he stayed so long because the money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money was good. It was changing his life. It was changing everything around him. And Dame probably was an asshole, but he probably want a super asshole to JayZ. Cause like, nigga, I'm Jay. You know what I'm saying? I understand you probably making these moves, but I'm the talent. If I disappear, you gotta make another Jay.
I mean,
How did JayZ, seeing this Dame Dash, stay that long in business with him?
well, weren't they contractually tied until the company got sold? And then he went and bought all the masters out from under the whole situation?
I don't think I could work with Dame Dash that long. I just don't think, like, everybody who has worked with him said they didn't enjoy working with him. Right? We've seen, you've done interviews with people.
Yeah.
So
I didn't enjoy working with him.
So you didn't enjoy it, but you
Right.
see what I'm saying? So the fact that Jay was able to work with him that long is crazy. On tour and all the things.
He wasn't going off on Jay, bro. Nah, they probably had disagreement, but he wasn't going crazy on Jay.
That's crazy.
Well, keep in mind, I'm sure that Dame around Jay was a totally different Dame.
Right.
You think
Yes.
that Dame was like that aggressive around Jay and snapping on him and screaming and whatever else?
I don't think Dame has changed. I think he probably was worse when he had money.
I agree with that. But he went crazy with JayZ.
With Jay though,
I think so.
Right.
I don't
No.
think
I think so.
I don't think so. People act differently with different people. People push the envelope with people they feel they could push the envelope.
But you would never know because DJ Emmy was around that time, bro. He probably saw some stuff, bro. Real talk. He probably saw some things, bro, that he don't want to talk about because low key, he's not really like bashing Dame, bro. He just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just do the interview. He not really trying to like down him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that. But I just think Dame back then, when he was on top of the world and Roc-A-Fella was on
He was
top
worse.
and everything that he was doing was on top, I think he was probably a worse person.
Yes, he was worse.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Dame, back then at least he was truthful. Now he's just making up stuff. Like Revolt said, there is absolutely no path to acquisition by Dame Dash at all. Him being the chairman, all the BT stuff, it's all just made up. It's just made up.
Yeah, which I don't understand, but he keeps going with it, which is the crazy part, because Revolt sent out an email. They left a statement, but
Yeah.
to the point where it's like I said, this interview is the interview that just won't go away. Like, I'm tired of hearing Dame Dash.
Build a website.
Listen, bro. Dame is smart. I'm gonna tell you that. That's the reason why I feel to tell you why Dame is smart, bro. He found out how to work the algorithm, bro. He found out how to jump into the algorithm and go. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get his business off the ground, and he's doing it. He's attaching himself to big multi-million dollar, billion-dollar companies that stay in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? So when you see Dame and you see his company, you might put Revolt in, right? Dame might pop up. And then when Dame pop up, his company might pop up. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to attach himself to certain companies. So when you put it in, Dame will pop up. That's just my opinion, bro. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Comment down below. Let me know how y'all feel about it.